deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bond stands alone. Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks, slats. Joined, as always, with my guy, Mr. Big Ballin' Larson. Looking like Jake Rogers today.
There we go.
Jake motherfucking Rogers.
I need a little more bush in there.
Yeah, he does have a thick ass. I guess he said. I think he said during the postseason that he didn't shave his mustache all year.
Wow.
He let that motherfucker grow. So shout out to Jake Rogers. What a dude. A dude's dude.
Yeah.
Ben's still sipping on that PBR. He bought a fucking 6-pack or a 12-pack just to
I bought a
have one
12-pack,
fucking beer.
Yep. I got another one back up, so I don't have to go around and grab any mid-show. So
Nice.
yeah, that shit's gross.
We are being brought to you by the Sharps app, SHARPZ, straight to your mobile device. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download, free to use. Track your bets, become a better Sharps app. With that being said, this is MLB free agency. This show is going to be strictly Major League Baseball. It's going to be a lot more Major League Baseball shows. So if you don't like baseball, you can sign out. If you do like baseball or you want to learn about baseball and get ready for next year, this is the place to be, man. We're going to be talking a lot of baseball from here until the season begins, and we're really going to prepare ourselves. So, tonight we're going to talk a little bit free agency. We're going to talk about some futures, getting ahead of free agency, trying to get ahead of moves we think are going to make happen. Yep. The reason why I really say that is because, if you think Soto's going to sign with the Mets, it's probably better to get value now with the Mets rather than when he signs, because the value is going to decrease, etc.
Yep.
So we'll get into a lot of that. But how are we doing, Ben?
Doing well, man.
Tuesday night.
It's Tuesday. We're getting closer to Friday.
This fucking guy, man.
No, doing well. Got Sharks won last night. Got a big game tomorrow. Hockey's going. I'm fully focused on hockey now that baseball's done, at least in watching games wise, and ready to make some money in pucks, and then get ready to have a really good baseball year.
Yep. I'm excited for baseball. I was like, last night, I was like, man, I'm ready for baseball already.
Yep.
Because it's like 50 degrees in Vegas, so.
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
I was like, man, I'm kind of ready for the heat again. But yeah, man, I'm stoked for baseball. First thing I want to talk about is obviously we had the Rookie of the Year announcement yesterday, and we kind of talked about it on Sunday that, we were prepared for Paul Skeens to win because of the name. I mentioned in our group chat, I said if Paul Skeens was dating, Melissa from Phi Sigma,
No.
random girl, probably would be a different story. But I don't get it, dude. Like I still don't. I was prepared for Skeens to win, but I thought the writers would actually stick to what they said 2 years ago with Michael Harris and Spencer Strider.
Of course not. I don't give a shit about that. It's all a popularity contest, and we found that out.
I mean, Ben, but Jackson Merrill hit 292, 24 home runs, 90 RBIs, and he played Gold Glove caliber defense every single day. Not only did Paul Skeens only pitch every fifth day, he didn't even start pitching until May or June.
And look at this is a completely different story from what we heard at the beginning of the year when you were saying it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he's going to come in and he's going to do work. He's going to, he's going to win Rookie of the Year. Like I get it. I understand that Jackson Merrill had an incredible season. He should have won it, but it's a pitcher's style baseball now, which is
which makes
unfortunate.
which makes it even more so of it makes it even better of what Jackson Merrill did this year.
Yes and no. Yeah. But at the same time, like the hype around Skeens, the what he did do in the field. I mean, he was basically unhittable for the first 2 months of him pitching. And then, I mean, he had what, 2 bad games the whole season? If they were even that bad?
Sure, but what happens if he were to start pitching in the beginning of the year? Do you think his numbers would have been different?
Yeah.
See, that's part of my.
See, but they brought him up at the right time. I thought it was going to be too early. I thought it was going to be, and we talked about this at the beginning of the year. Like, I thought he was going to come in, and because he's so young and because he was so used to college batters, like, he was not going to pitch well. But he came in and he pitched like an ace. And I think there's another thing that we're not looking at is that they would have probably given him the Cy Young and given it to Jackson Merrill if Chris Sale didn't have a absolutely monstrous year. But if they were to give Skeens the Cy Young and not Merrill or not Sale, all hell really would have broken loose. So they were going to give him some award. What that award was dictated by Chris Sale.
I don't know.
They were going to give him an award. There's no way that they weren't going to give him an award because he is the future pitcher of baseball.
Yeah, pitchers come and go, man. We talk about this so often.
Yeah, but you don't have dominant pitchers like he was, especially in his rookie year. When have we seen a rookie pitcher really go out there and do the work that he had? I mean, you can't say heel because he trailed off completely at the end of the year.
I mean, the only comparable like rookie pitcher to him is really Doc Gooden. But
and we haven't seen that in when was Doc Gooden a rookie?
And this is the thing, like I don't want to like Skeens had an incredible rookie season, dude, and I don't want anyone to think that like I'm saying like he didn't. But my point is, dude, and sorry, I'm trying to pull up stats from like over 100 years, so my computer's taking a really long time to fucking load it. Because I wanted to put Jackson Merrill's rookie season in comparison to like other rookie seasons, because I mean he had an incredible season, and I think it got, and Skeens had an incredible year too, but I think that Jackson Merrill's didn't get pushed nationally because the Skeens hype, like we talked about. Steven said, "What up, boys? Whoever goes up in regulation, I'm betting the empty net." All right, let us know.
Yeah, I kind of got an eye on that too. So,
but god damn, dude, why the fuck is this taking forever, dude? But anyways, yeah, multiple seasons. I want multiple seasons, bro. Give me multiple seasons. But my point is that Merrill got robbed.
Oh, and there's no question about that.
He plays every day.
Robbed. What's that?
He plays every day, Ben.
Oh, again, I don't disagree. I think that's something that MLB may need to look at in changing that rookie of the year to being like I don't even know like who you could call that award, but having an offensive rookie of the year and a defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Or a pitcher rookie pitcher of the year. Like, I don't know who that is. Is that the Paul Skeens award? Like, The
No, I think it's
No.
just random that he, you know, won this year.
yeah, but if it becomes something that is a normalcy, we saw it 2 years ago, as you were talking about, that there is a pitcher who's always in the running,
Not
then maybe
always. It's just
well,
Strider, and then this year Heel and Skeens. I mean, it's not every year there's a pitcher in the running, but yeah, they probably should separate a pitcher award, Rookie of the Year, and a hitter, because it's hard to sit there and be like no matter how good a pitcher is, bro, it's hard to sit there and be like, yeah, they're more valuable than a guy that plays every fucking day, dude. Like, that's just it's hard to it's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that that's true. And regardless of how, that Skeens had the best rookie year since Doc Gooden had in fucking 1986 or 1984, whenever that was. Like, I get it, I understand it, but Jackson Merrill hit fucking 294,
yes,
23 home runs, had a 5.4 WAR, and he was literally led all of Major League Baseball in fucking clutch home runs.
Yeah, but also I think a big part of this too is what each player meant to their team.
So Jackson Merrill didn't mean anything to the Padres?
I didn't say Jackson Merrill didn't mean anything.
What if the Padres didn't have Jackson Merrill when Fernando Tatis went down for 2 months? Where would the Padres be at the end of the year?
Definitely not contender.
And where were the Pirates with Paul Skeens?
Where wouldn't the Pirates have, and that's what
I'll tell you where they wouldn't be. They wouldn't be in the playoffs, exactly where they weren't with him.
Yeah, but they would have been a bottom feeder.
They were a bottom feeder. They weren't good.
They weren't good, but they weren't.
What did they go in his starts?
They weren't the White Sox.
What did they go in his starts? What was he like?
They were 76 and 80, 86. They weren't 41 and 121.
I don't mean bottom feeders, but they weren't good. What did they go in his starts? I know that they gave him better run support than they did all their other pitchers. I know that for a fact. He had like 4+ runs of run support in his starts.
It's record with can't fucking type. Skeens pitching. 11-3.
He went 11-3.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive.
11-3 with a 1.96 ERA in 23 starts. Pirates 15-8 when he started.
Yeah, I mean,
you take 15 wins out of that, and they're a 61 and 105, 61 and 101 team.
And again, you take Jackson Merrill out of that lineup when they didn't have Fernando Tatis for 2 months, and I think we're talking.
They were still a good team.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what? But I mean, that's the thing is, like, we don't know what they would have been without.
Yeah, and we don't know how many games they would have won with another pitcher in there with Skeens. But
well, I mean, Jared Jones was hella good until he got hurt.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, like, a pitcher, you can only affect a game once every 5 days. Jackson Merrill's out there every fucking day.
Yeah,
giving you Gold Glove caliber defense. And
but
he's fucking.
You also know that the MLB was going to give him an award, and they couldn't give him the Cy Young when Chris Sale's there. If Chris Sale was in the AL, then he would have gotten Cy Young, and Merrill would have gotten.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get Cy Young over Screwball.
Oh yeah, never mind. Never mind. That was a dumb comment right there. I will fully admit to that one.
I mean, Screwball, he would win Cy Young in either league.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Ben, like, Skeen's probably the best pitcher going forward. I mean, like, Yeah, it's just I just have a hard time putting like it's same thing with like MVP, right? Like when Verlander and Kershaw won MVPs in both. It's like how do you give a pitcher
There you go. New
MVP,
York
bro?
Rangers just scored 4-3.
Yeah, Steven just commented on the chat. Looks like Rangers -1.5. Who are they playing, Ben?
Vancouver. It's a tough one. Vancouver's. I think we got to wait like another 2 minutes or so.
Dude, I fucking hate betting pucks, dude. I hate betting pucks. Yeah, it just sucks. I mean, Jackson Merrill. And as far as the AL is concerned, like I thought that was just a total dog shit race. Like, but giving it to Heel, who was literally, I mean, he was ass, dude, for like the last 2 months of the season, Ben. Like he was so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, but then you look at Austin Wells, who was asked the first half of the season.
Yeah, and Colton Cowser, he had like, two
was
good months of the year.
Asked the second half of the season.
He had a 30% K rate, dude. Like, I mean, just I think Langford would have run away with it if he didn't get hurt for like a month and a half.
Agree. Definitely agree with you on that. We're sitting at +114 for the Rangers, -1.5.
Damn, I feel like that's like dog shit value.
Yeah, it's not great right now. I think we wait about 2 more minutes. We hit it around 6 left in the game. Oh, it just jumped up to 121.
Yeah,
So it's moving. It's moving.
Fuck it, I'm gonna play it, and then if it loses, I'm gonna blame you and Steven.
Yeah, no, don't play it yet. Don't play it yet. I'll let you know when to.
Steven said he got it at +140. Where at? DraftKings?
Seriously.
Yeah, man, it's hockey's crazy, bro.
Yep.
Hockey is fucking nuts. All right, I played it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's moving down. So
yeah, you said you got it +140 at DK. Yeah, DraftKings seems to have like the best odds, but we don't get DraftKings here in Vegas, unfortunately, or California. So we're fucked. All right, let's move on to some free agency news, though, Ben. So Soto's met with basically everyone. He met with the Dodgers today. If he's Kevin Durant, he'll sign with the Dodgers. But
damn.
We'll see what happens there. Honestly, I think he's gonna sign with. I still think he's gonna sign with the Mets. But I wanted to
Mets
make
just traded for Siri today too.
Yeah. And the guy they traded for Siri is gonna end up being like, a fucking elite high leverage reliever because the Rays turn everybody into elite high leverage relievers. So
who else did the Rays just trade today? They traded who else did they trade?
Honestly, I'm surprised the Mets traded for Siri.
Shenton. Mariners acquire infielder Shenton from Rays.
For what? Another reliever? Bro, I'm telling you, brother, the Rays just pluck guys off the street and turn them into elite relievers.
For cash. Which is what they're going to need because they're paying taxes on stadiums.
Well, also, like, now you're going to see a lot of teams because they have to get their 40-man roster in order to protect guys from the Rule 5 draft. So you'll see a lot of guys get moved that you don't necessarily recognize their name because a team can't protect them, and they want, fucking to open up a roster space for someone they do want to protect on the 40-man roster to save them from the Rule 5 draft. So you will see a lot of like small moves in that regard. But wanted to go through a list of free agents, Ben, and I want to take a guess on where we're gonna land, on where these free agents are gonna land.
Okay.
All right. So, first one, Soto.
I think you're right. He's going to the Mets, especially if what we're hearing with a $660 million deal is really on the table.
I think it's a
I
blank
think
check on the
it's
table.
what's that?
I think it's a blank check on the table.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, I think that outfielder you've got, you have Sterling Marte out there and right, but okay, sorry. Either you move over to left and take Brendan Nemo's spot, or you're
Well, Siri's playing center field for sure, and then you put
yeah,
Soto in right or left,
you
and
have
then you put Nimmo
Alex
in the other one.
Ramirez, you have Sterling Marte, you have Brendan Nemo.
Yeah, but you can DH, you can rotate DHs too.
Yeah,
The fact that the NL has a DH now makes things so much easier for NL teams, whereas before you had to have a position for them, right?
Mhm.
I also think they could, if they don't, I think if they re-sign Soto, or if they sign Soto, chances of them re-signing Pete Alonso are pretty slim.
Yep.
In which case, you can really start to transition Soto maybe to first base.
You want Soto at first?
Well, first base is the easiest position to play.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And you have an infield where I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you traded one of your young shortstops for a a first baseman.
No, I think
You've got Lindor, you've got Ronnie Mauricio, and you've got baby Acuna.
Acuna is not getting moved. He's their future second baseman, likely. I think ultimately what the Mets really want to do, because there's also talk of them signing Willie Adames. I think ultimately they want to play Vientos at first. I think he's ultimately their future first baseman. However,
Or you move McNeil over to first.
well, that's the thing is there's been rumors of them trading Jeff McNeil, and who the fuck else was it? It's Jeff McNeil and someone
Like Brett
else
Beatty?
for Luis Castillo for the fucking Mariners. Oh, Beatty and Jeff
Brett Beatty,
McNeil
yeah.
for Luis Castillo from the Mariners.
Okay. I mean that solves your problems because you have Vientos at third, you have De Los Santos at third, you have Beatty at third. You have Baby Acuna, you have Lindor, and you have Mauricio at short. You have
Well,
McNeil at second, and you don't have a first baseman. So you can do some manipulating there to
I
fill
think
up
I
the
think
infield.
Acuna is their second baseman next year.
Okay.
I think they really want to get out from under McNeil's contract. However, they're gonna have to either pay the contract or kind of like a similar trade to getting Luis Castillo, because people are like, oh, Luis Castillo is this great pitcher. Well, he was very mid last year and he's making a shit ton of money.
Mhm.
So I honestly think the Mariners would love to get out from under that contract because they want to re-sign, or they want to extend Logan Gilbert and or George Kirby,
Kirby,
right?
yeah.
So if they have that Castillo contract, it's hard for them to pay both those other guys. So I think the Mariners would love to get out from under that Castillo contract, which makes the Mets a perfect partner, right? Because the Mets would gladly take on the contract. They don't care about money.
But are you taking on McNeil's contract?
I think the Mets would pay most of it,
Okay, so it's gonna have to be a retention.
which is why you basically only get Beatty.
Yeah.
But Beatty is a basically, highly regarded prospect. I mean, he was 2 years ago. I think a new scenery for him would be great.
Yep.
And the Mariners could use any fucking kind of offense they could get.
Yeah, oh yeah, they need that bat. Yeah.
And on top of that, if you get club controlled bats, Ben, then you can go out and you can pay your Logan Gilbert and your George Kirby's, right? Because all your bats are under club control. Like, you have Julio Rodriguez signed for 10 years. So that contract's already done.
Yeah.
You just re-signed Victor Robles, who had a stellar second half of the season. Then you get a guy like Jeff Beatty, who you still have under club control for 5 years. So you really don't have to pay. You're paying him pennies.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just makes it's a perfect trade partner situation there. And does it happen? I don't know, but it makes sense in terms of both teams and where the Mets kind of are, because then Ben, the Mets can go out and they can sign Willy Adames, who they've already spoken to and told him, we want you to play third base. Obviously, we have Francisco Lindor, who's the best defensive shortstop in the National League. If he's willing to play third base, then you move Mark Vientos to first base. But then if you sign Soto, you have a lot of outfield depth there, but you probably DH Soto, to be honest. He's probably your everyday DH, unless someone's getting a day off. Because Brandon Nimmo's a much better defensive outfielder than him, and so is everybody else on this fucking planet.
Does Soto want to be a DH?
Yeah, I don't think he cares. I mean, hitting is what he does. And just because he's primarily DH, that doesn't mean he doesn't play in the field. You know what I mean? He'll probably take, like I said, usually when teams have that kind of depth, they rotate the DH spot, which makes it, which is beneficial. But I mean, if you have an outfield of Brandon Nimmo, Juan Soto, and Jose Siri, and who else do they have under contract right now in the outfield? Starling Marte.
Marte, yeah.
Maybe DH Marte.
Yeah.
Maybe like switch off Marte and Soto. Marte's kind of old.
My phone just went off because I kept saying Siri.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Siri, what are the Mets going to do with Jose Siri?
Yeah.
All right. Next free agent, Blake Snell, Ben.
I think he re-signs with the Giants.
Giants, huh?
I think he liked his time here in San Francisco. It's a pitcher-friendly park. There's a lot of talk about the Giants getting rid of a lot of their relievers, which was the frustrating part of any pitcher last year. And I think that gives them a wonderful 1 through 5.
I think there's 2 landing spots for Snell. 3, actually.
I mean, there's a lot of good spots there. I can see Baltimore going after him. I could see maybe Cleveland going after him. I could see
Cleveland will not go after him.
No, you don't think so?
No.
I could see Milwaukee going after him.
Nope. I think there's 3, maybe 4 realistic landing spots for him.
I could see the Diamondbacks going after him.
No, because they have Jordan Montgomery under contract and they're trying to trade him right now.
Yeah, his contract is fucking huge.
Well, he's only signed for 1 more year. So
but it's a lot of money.
Yeah. But having him only for 1 more year, it is a contract that is easy to move because it is only 1 year, especially if you're willing to pay half of it.
Yeah, the Rangers, the Astros could take him on.
Yeah, I think the most realistic landing spots, though, I think it's San Francisco, San Diego, again, and Toronto. I think that's the 3 most realistic landing spots. Toronto has more money than anybody. I don't think people actually realize how wealthy the Toronto Blue Jays owners are.
Yeah.
And they just think the Blue Jays are just this shit organization.
Yeah.
Blue Jays could fork out some money for him.
Yep. That's you're not wrong there.
I think the Giants are the landing spot for him because I think with Buster Posey getting this fucking gig, if they let Snell walk and they end up not getting shit, it is just a super bad look for this organization. So I think they're gonna do everything they can to re-sign Blake Snell. I think they're gonna offer him more money than anybody else, and I think he ends up back in San Francisco.
Well, and that's something that you said a couple weeks ago too. Is you look at Buster Posey when we were talking about the hire, is that he was successful and the team was dominant when they had aces,
Yeah.
absolute aces. And I think he saw the success out of that and how you can put together an offense that doesn't have to be crazy
However, Ben, agree with
when
your
you have a
aces
good pitching
part.
staff.
Agree with your aces part. However, you're missing a big key component of that aces part.
A bullpen.
That too, but Tim Lincecum, Matt Cain, those
Matt
guys, those guys were drafted and developed by
Yeah.
the San Francisco Giants. They
Yep.
weren't signed as free agents.
All you have is Kyle Harrison here.
And Birdsong.
Oh yeah, and Birdsong. Yeah, I forgot about Birdsong,
And
who I
maybe,
think will move to the number 5.
and maybe Mason Black.
Yeah.
Jury's still out there.
Yeah.
I think he's got good stuff.
Yeah, I think Black moves to. I think Jordan Hicks and Mason Black move to relief, and I think you have Snell, Webb, Ray, Harrison, Birdsong. Not in that necessary order, but those are your 5 starters there.
I just think it would be an awful look if they got rid of Zaidi because they said, he wasn't doing enough, and then you bring in Buster Posey and Snell walks and they end up with not that much.
Yeah.
I just think that would be just a devastating blow.
Yep.
Public PR wise for them, dude. So I think they're gonna do every fucking thing in their power to get Blake Snell.
Yep.
The Rangers are not gonna fucking win by 2, so you can chalk that
36 seconds left. Yeah.
Chalk that up as no.
It's not over yet.
All right.
Not with an empty netter.
Next free agent, Corbin Burns, Ben.
He's one that I could see, since you mentioned Toronto. I can see him going to Toronto. Rangers just won the face-off. 15 seconds left. I can see him going to Toronto.
It's over. 4-3.
Fuck.
We move.
Minnesota. I mean, a lot of these same teams, I think, could use pitcher. Houston.
Minnesota's not going to sign him.
Go back to Milwaukee. Padres could.
Yeah, I think Padres are a legit leaning spot. I think it goes to the Dodgers.
Defer his old fucking contract.
I think he lands with the Dodgers, and I'll get to the reasoning in a second.
Yeah, I don't think San Diego's the spot with Cease, King, Darvish, Musgrove coming back.
No, Musgrove's not going to be back next year.
No, you don't think so?
No,
not even halfway through.
Nope. But I think the Padres have. I think they're going to land someone else.
Okay. Why Dodgers?
Well, the Dodgers have said they want to go to a 6-man rotation with Ohtani coming back. So it makes sense. He's from Bakersfield. His offseason, he lives in Southern California, when the baseball season's not happening. I think he wants to be a Dodger. I think it makes perfect sense for the Dodgers to sign him.
A lot of teams want to be a lot of players want to be the Dodger. So
yeah, but I mean, like, you're getting a fucking Cy Young caliber. Like, come on, dude. It's not like the Dodgers aren't interested in him.
Yeah.
Dodgers are definitely interested in him. But I think the Dodgers, like I told Irv fucking 2 weeks ago, I was like, bro, Corbin Burns is gonna be a Dodger, dude. He's gonna be a fucking Dodger. And I don't think it's the greatest signing because I think Corbin Burns is diminishing. His level of production is diminished a little bit. I think it's only going to diminish a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a good fit for the Dodgers. And I also think Rokai Sasaki, which we can move to at the same time. I think Sasaki signs with the Padres, dude. His idol is fucking Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish is on the fucking Padres. And the one thing the Padres can give him that the Dodgers can't is the fact that he'll be
He can
their
pitch
number.
every 5 days.
Yeah, he'll be their number 3 starter, pitching every 5
Yeah.
days. The Dodgers want, like, they're already saying, like, they're going to a 6-man rotation with Ohtani coming back.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not a money grab because was on assignment. What's it?
He's an amateur
What-
free agent signing, so he's only getting minimum.
There's a term for that though.
I don't know.
It's not that he's on loan, but yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. See, and if that's the case, I wouldn't be shocked if the Yankees have an opportunity with him, with Boston.
Nah, because he
I know
wants to
one
be
of
on the
those-
West Coast.
He wants to be on the West Coast?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically the Padres or Dodgers. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe the Mariners have some kind of long shot, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Has he ever played with Jung-Ho Lee?
Bro, you think all these, just because they're Asian, they're Japanese, bro.
They
Jung-Hoo
played in the
Lee's
same
fucking Korean,
league, didn't they?
dog. No. Jung-Hoo Lee played in the KBO,
ABL?
dog.
And where did
He played in the MPB, the Japanese baseball.
there's only
league.
2 leagues, so that make it 2.
There's also the Chinese baseball league, but
Yeah, but they don't make it to the pros, do they?
I don't think there's ever been one, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Steven said with the big boy beer glass, yes. And Ben is with the PBR can.
The white trash with my mustache. Could be Bud Light, but
Some
We're-
butt
we're-
some butt wiper.
I only drink the blue ribbon.
Love it. All right, so where do you think Burns is gonna end up?
Uh,
Today, Junior.
I don't know.
I mean, just take a guess, dude.
Yeah,
Take a sh-
I'm looking.
Take a shot in the dark.
I am gonna go Toronto.
Okay. Where do you think Sasaki goes?
If he wants to be on the West Coast, I think you're right, San Diego.
Padres. All right. Teoscar Hernandez.
Sacramento. Sorry. Change that
Sacramento A's.
Sacramento. Just kidding.
Where do you
hey,
think?
Oscar.
Yeah, Teoscar.
Whoever pays him the most.
Sure.
I don't think he cares.
Okay, but where do you think that is?
Just
take. No one's holding the. We're just guessing here.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of who has the needs. Or is Teoscar just going to be a DH?
I mean, he could. I think there's 2 teams that could very well use him. that I think are two realistic possibilities, and that's Detroit and Baltimore. Both need power right-handed bats, and both could use an outfielder,
Yeah.
even if they platoon
Baltimore?
him. Yeah,
Do they need an outfield?
because I think Baltimore ends up losing Santander,
Okay.
which we'll get into in a second.
And you don't think that Kerstad, Kauser, and
Yeah, but that's the problem. They're all lefties,
yeah, okay.
so they need a righty. Because if you look at their projected lineup, right, you got Gunnar Henderson, lefty, Adley, switch hitter. Then you got Ryan O'Hearn, who's a lefty, Ryan Mountcastle, who's a righty who would platoon with Mountcastle. Then you have Jackson Holiday at second base. He's a fucking lefty. You have Westberg, who's a righty. But in your outfield, you literally have projected, you have Kerstad, Kauser, and you don't have another outfielder if you don't have Santander, so you have two lefties.
You're not playing Mullins or O'Hearn? Or sorry,
Well, Mullins is a lefty too,
is left too. Okay, yeah, so they need to get a right-hand bat out there.
so it just makes sense. And Baltimore announced that they're moving their left field wall in again, so it will play better for right-handed hitters. So I think it makes I think he lands in Baltimore, dude.
Yeah, it would be a good spot for him. Where else did you say?
Detroit, because again, they too have a ton of lefties and need a right-handed bat, and they could DH him.
Yeah,
because their only right-handed bats basically Matt Vierling and Jake Rogers, who doesn't really hit.
Do you put Boston in there too?
No, because Boston already has.
Brave is the right fielder.
Yeah, but I think they re-signed O'Neill.
Okay.
The biggest issue with O'Neill is health.
Mhm.
But you still have like Cedon Rafaela, who's a hell of a fucking center fielder or shortstop, wherever you want to play him, and he's a right-handed hitter. Jalen Duran, lefty. Willie Abreu, lefty. But you still have Cedon Rafaela there. Honestly, I think.
Oh, and you get Yoshida back next year.
Yeah, but he's more of a DH now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's only a DH because he had surgery.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
He's injured.
I don't think Teo. I think Teoscar is either Baltimore or Detroit.
Yeah.
Or Toronto, reunion with the Blue Jays, where he had his best year ever. So where are you going? Where are you picking?
I'll put him in Baltimore, excuse me.
All right, so we're both going Baltimore there. All right, Pete Alonso, man.
San Francisco.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I got to hear the reasoning for this.
There's a lot of talk. I mean, granted, we've seen a lot of talk with him associated with San Francisco. There's also some trade news coming out that both Lamont Wade and Yastrzemski are on the trading block, and they are openly available to teams. And I think that's because they're going to go out and get a first baseman. And I think the biggest first baseman to bring in, fans is unfortunately the polar bear.
Interesting. Okay. I like your reasoning there.
Or we're going to trade for a first baseman.
I'm going to go see.
Which I think Duvall has a lot of trade value. To be a relief pitcher, not necessarily a closer.
Yeah, but if you're trading a reliever, you're not really getting much in return.
Yeah, but then you have Lamont Wade. You also have Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski is a little bit movable because you have Ramos and Encarnacion in the outfield. I guess Elliott's going to play left field, so you have Encarnacion available to play out there. You can have the possibility of trading either Jordan Hicks or Black. You need a starter to throw on there. I don't think that's the greatest move, but
Yeah.
you have the Rogers twins that are going to be gone.
I think Pete Alonso, it's it's a very small market, but I'm gonna go left field here, and I'm gonna say the Diamondbacks, dude. Because Christian Walker's a free agent, Josh Bell's a free agent, and I don't know, it just feels like a total Diamondbacks move, dude. I have no fucking reasoning other than that. Alonso, Steven said Alonso I thought would go to Astros if it's not Walker. I wanted to say Astros too, but the Astros letting Bregman walk, I doubt they bring in Alonso. I highly doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Astros are, I don't think they value Alonso in that aspect, and I think they also would like to play Jordan at first along with DH. So I don't know, dude. It's just a total D-backs move, and because I don't think Christian Walker re-signs with the D-backs, I think I'm gonna put Alonso with the D-backs.
Okay.
All right, so Alex Bregman, Ben, where do you think he goes? I got a funny one for this. That's definitely left field, but it's definitely gonna happen.
Bregman. He needs a shortstop, third baseman. Philadelphia Phillies. Getting rid of Bohm.
Holy shit. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Is that what you were going to say?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely see that happening.
Oh my god, Steven said a fucking D-backs move would be bringing back Goldie. I actually very much disagree with that, but I know exactly the kind of move where Goldie's going to go, and that's the Sacramento Athletics, because that is a total A's move, dude. They take wash dudes.
Yep.
And like when they took Piazza the year before he retired, Frank Thomas. Oh my god, that is just a total A's move there. But I'm with you, Ben, with Bregman, Philadelphia Phillies. The talk of trading Alec Bohm, I think they're going to trade Alec Bohm for a controllable arm, which opens up a third base spot, and I think Bregman ends up going to Philadelphia.
That would be a huge signing for them.
Yep. Well, I don't know if it'll be huge. They'll be signing him to a huge contract. I don't know if it'll be huge.
Yeah, but if he brings any sort of bat to that third base position.
Alec Bohm was an all-star, Ben.
Alec Bohm was not clutch, and he had some major issues in the second half of the year.
I'll say this about Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm is still young.
Yes.
And
he's going to be a good third baseman.
And I'm telling you right now, dude, the Phillies are going to trade him. And again, I hate to bring the Mariners up in this, but I have a friend that's a Mariners fan, and I was telling him the Mariners should go out and they should trade George Kirby for fucking Alec Bohm straight up.
Yeah, Bohm batted .280 with 15 home runs and 97 RBIs. Not as bad as I thought.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. But the Phillies definitely are going to get rid of him. They're going to trade him.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes total sense to like look at a team like the Mariners. You have a controllable arm in George Kirby, and you could trade him, and the Mariners get a young, controllable contract with Alec Bohm, and boom.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect match. Because honestly, what really let the Phillies down at the end of the year and in the playoffs was their They couldn't get timely hits. Like,
Mhm.
and you also need to look at fucking Bryce Harper. You need to look at fucking
Yeah.
Trey Turner, Castellanos, JT Realmuto. Like, all these dudes were ass, dude.
Yep.
But it does make sense in the same aspect that literally, Ben, at the end of the year, they literally had Zach Wheeler, Christian Sanchez, or Christopher Sanchez, who's like mid. And outside of those two, they got no starting pitching.
Nope.
They re-signed Austin Nola to a 7-year deal, and he sucks.
Yeah.
Or Aaron Nola, sorry, not his
Aaron
brother.
Nola, yeah.
Aaron Nola.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see a scenario where they move Alec Boehm for a controllable pitcher. Maybe it's Jesus Luzardo.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a Jared Jones in Pittsburgh. Maybe it's a
Well, I don't think Pittsburgh's getting rid of Jones.
I wouldn't if I was them.
Yeah.
Bubba Chandler. I mean, Pittsburgh has a ton of fucking good young arms, dude.
Yeah. It's really just his September.
Maybe
that put a
they
bad taste in my,
maybe you
my
go
mouth for
maybe
Bone.
Ben, maybe you call up Tampa and say, "Hey, let's talk some Jeff Springs or Drew Rasmussen
And yeah.
for fucking Alec Boehm, dude."
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I'm with you. I'm with you, dude. I think Alec Boehm's gone, and I do think that the Phillies signed Bregman.
Yep.
I'm with you there. All right, next, Nathan Eovaldi. I'm saying Red Sox. Steven said Burns to the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox re-sign Eovaldi to a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
He pitched there before.
Toronto, I think, could be a good place for him.
Toronto, I could see the A's also making like a 1-year, 2-year deal to him. But
Texas?
Texas could re-sign him, but
Oh, that's right. He went to Texas. Never mind.
yeah.
Texas has what? Both Verlander and
That's Houston, buddy.
who
Texas
am I
has
thinking?
Scherzer, but Scherzer's a free agent as well.
What's that?
Scherzer's a free agent as well.
Okay. And DeGrom. That's what I was thinking.
DeGrom's not a free agent, but he's washed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's getting too old.
Will he ever pitch a full season again?
He's 36.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. Or sorry, Toronto.
Toronto, okay. All right, Anthony Santander. I'm going left field here too.
Is he just a just a DH?
No,
Or is he gonna play outfield?
he plays outfield.
But is he going to?
Yeah, I mean at least for the first part of his contract. I think there's two. I like two landing spots here.
Man, I wish you gave me this list so I wasn't just fucking flying off my ass here.
Well, see, I think about this shit every fucking day.
Yeah.
I literally like go to sleep and I'm like, where the fuck is Sean Manaea gonna sign?
Yeah.
Where is Santander gonna sign?
Is this one where like Chicago comes into the mix?
For Santander?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think about that, but
No, because they have Ian Happ, Pete Crow, and Bellinger in the outfield.
I really like him to the Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Detroit fit. Detroit or the Nationals?
Isn't James Wood
James Wood's like a center fielder though,
Center? I thought he was left.
and they got rid of Logan Thomas. I mean, he could play anywhere, but he's naturally a center fielder.
Detroit, you have Wenzel, Riley Green, and Parker Meadows. Yeah. So they put Riley, Meadows, and Santander in the outfield.
Yep. Yep. I like Detroit. I think that's a perfect fit. Will they sign him? I don't know, but I think that's a perfect fit.
Yeah. Who else in the outfield?
Yep. I'm drinking Lagunitas, Steven. That's like my go-to. My go-to. Ben's go-to is PBR. Mine's Lagunitas.
Far from, but yeah. Who else needs an outfielder? The fucking Rockies.
I mean, dude, the Rockies could
He
sign.
hit
They
like
I was gonna put
like
Jock
500
Peterson
home
as the Rockies.
who?
Jock Peterson.
Oh yeah, I can see Jock going to the Rockies too. Yeah.
The Rockies always sign some like random dude that ends up fucking just hitting tanks.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sign Santander though. I mean,
No.
maybe they offer him a shit ton of money. I doubt it, but
I could see Jock going to the Rockies. That would be a good landing spot for him.
yep.
Does just
Santander, where do you think he's gonna go though?
hold on, let me check one more team. Oh, here we go. Left fielder. Kansas City.
They're not. They're definitely not gonna sign him. But all right.
No, you don't think so?
I mean,
They have Melendez, Isabel, and Renfro in their outfield.
yeah, but they don't sign free agents. But we'll put KC down for you. I
They-
mean,
they're
shit,
also
you never
a-
know.
Up and coming team, and I think players are going to want to go there.
Will they pay the money though? That's the biggest question.
Yeah.
All right, Max Fried.
Resigns with Atlanta.
I'm going Baltimore.
Okay.
Willie Adames. He's thinking. He's thinking. I'm going Dodgers. They absolutely need a shortstop.
Yeah.
And I had a feeling that he was going to sign there even before the season even ended. So I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Hmm. Kind of like this team. We'll just pull the trigger with it. The New York Yankees
Okay.
have him play third over Cabrera.
Where's Jazz going to play?
Second.
Oh, where's Glaber going to play?
Fuck.
I mean, they kind of need a first baseman because I don't think Rizzo's coming back.
Yeah, they have
He's a
Rizzo
free
is
agent.
not coming back. They have LeMahieu slated as their first baseman. So yeah, they do need a first baseman.
They could move Glaber to first base. Makes sense. All right, Jack Flaherty.
Why is Glaber not on? Glaber is not on their depth chart right now.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I think he's due for arbitration.
Okay.
Um,
They're not. They'll give him whatever.
Flaherty.
My first instinct is to say Toronto.
I'm gonna go Houston.
Let's see Houston signing him. Um, maybe no, you got all your starters coming back for Arizona. They're off the table, really.
Steven said Walker's an Astro or a Yankee. I agree with that. I do. Christian Walker is definitely an Astro or a Yankee.
Where did Flaherty come from?
The Dodgers.
No. Before that, Tigers, right? Yeah. Would the Guardians be interested?
Maybe. I think not at the price he's gonna command.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think it's a total fucking Astros move though.
Yeah.
You're going Astros?
You can see Astros doing it. Would Atlanta spend for?
Yeah, they could.
I'm gonna go Atlanta.
All right.
So they'll be losing Freed.
Tanner Scott, top relief free agent.
San Francisco.
Okay. I'm gonna say Tanner Scott. Man. I'm gonna say Baltimore.
Okay. Any relief pitcher, I'm gonna say San Francisco.
I think Baltimore
Whole fucking rebuild of that bullpen.
Baltimore went out and spent $10 million on fucking Craig Kimbrell last year. And he was fucking dog shit.
Kimbrel for you.
Oh, Kimbrell is fucking probably retiring.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's gonna fucking sign. But I'm saying the Orioles signed him for $10 million last year in free agency. So they're obviously willing to spend for relief pitching. So definitely think they and with new ownership there, Rubenstein, I think they're gonna be more willing to spend. That's why I think they're gonna sign Teo, I think they're gonna sign Max Fried, and I think they're gonna sign Tanner Scott.
When's Batista coming back?
This year?
Yeah, but is he gonna be available from the get-go?
He's going right. He was pitching off a mound in September.
Okay.
They said if they were to make a deep run in the playoffs, he would have been available.
Okay.
But yeah, all the rest of the free agents are pretty minute. Not minute, but I mean it's more like margin type signings. So we won't really go into that. I mean, there is some good guys available still, but those are the biggest free agents available. So we'll recap that.
Where do you think Kikuchi goes?
Back to Houston.
Okay.
I think he goes back to Houston. And Houston's they'll have Spaghetti and Hunter Brown both had dog shit first months of the season, but both were very good the second half of the season. So I think having those two guys a year under their belt will be very beneficial to them. Plus, you add they're gonna add another free agent. I think Flaherty's like a perfect type free agent for them that they can add to that mix. Maybe they add like an Eovaldi, because they have a really young pitching staff. But I think they definitely re-sign Kikuchi.
You mentioned him. Where does Manaea go?
What the who?
Manaea. You got Severino available.
Oh, I think Manaea re-signs with the Mets.
You think Profar re-signs with the Padres?
Oh no, it's a good question.
Gleyber Torres is a free agent.
Unrestricted?
Hmm.
I don't know who the fuck would want to sign him. He actually had a good postseason though.
Yeah, I can see Seattle.
Oh yeah, that's a total Mariners fucking move for sure.
Yeah.
That's an absolute Mariners move.
Mentioned Jock.
Oh, Kirby Yates is a free agent too. Damn.
Hassan Kim.
Hassan Kim, I think if the Dodgers don't sign um Adames, I could see them signing Hassan Kim.
Hmm.
They need a shortstop, dude. Like they need a shortstop. They have to get a shortstop. So they're either like obviously Adames is the best shortstop available, so it makes sense for them to sign him. Plus, they have a shit ton of money.
Yep. Seattle might be another team that goes after him.
Seattle very well could go after Ha-Sung Kim. Could also see a team like shit. I mean, maybe the fucking Yankees do without Glaber.
Hmm.
I'd rather have Ha-Sung Kim over
So
Glaber.
that's why you move Jazz to
Second,
second, and who were we saying at third?
Adames.
Yeah,
You were saying Adames.
yeah.
Yeah, that could be a move.
That's a very Yankees move right there.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of good free agents, man.
Yep.
A lot of good free agents. Jesse Winker, he'll be a free agent.
Even
Jose,
Harrison Bader, Clayton Kershaw.
I like Harry. I'm a big Harrison Bader fan, dude.
He just had a bad year.
He had a good like few months. I mean, he's like an elite center fielder defensively. He's a very good defensive center fielder. And he's a very good fastball hitter, which is like rare nowadays.
Mhm.
Elias Diaz is also a free agent. I mean, there's some really good marginal free agents here, which we'll get into as free agency goes on. But let's get out of here. Been on blabbing for a while. Oh fuck! Let's talk futures, Ben.
Yep.
Pull it up.
All right. I've already put in a bet for futures. I also put your bet in for futures, so we'll get to those. But let's go to wagers right now and see where our numbers are at. Come on, sign me out. Let's see. Baseball futures. All right. To win the American League pennant, your top team right now is the Yankees at plus 200. Then you've got Baltimore at plus 400, Houston plus 500. And then you've got a bunch of teams at plus 1,000, the Guardians, the Tigers, the Mariners, the Rangers. At plus 1,500, you have the Red Sox and the Royals. Plus 3,000, the Blue Jays, the Rays. Plus 750 is Oakland. 7,500 is Oakland. Plus 10,000 is the Angels, and plus 20,000 is the White Sox.
All right.
I don't think there's any value in taking the top three in Houston, New York, or Baltimore. I think if one of them has a bad first 2 weeks, that's when you start to look at playing them. But unfortunately, I don't think that value's there at all.
For who?
The Orioles, Yankees, or Astros.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Steven said the Red Sox have value. Agree. I think the Red Sox are a very young team, but they definitely have to improve their starting pitching and their bullpen. I think that's key. But I also think so many teams need pitching that, you know, it's tough to say with the Red Sox, but I do agree because I really like the Red Sox lineup, and I think they're very young. But I love the Tigers going forward, dude. Like, I think the Tigers getting Matt Manning and Reese Olson back along with Scooball next year. The Ilyiches.
Casey Maya's back.
Yep, Casey Maya's coming back healthy. And then the Ilyiches have a fucking shit ton of money. And I definitely think they're going to spend. So, I mean, I put in the Tigers to win the World Series. I think I got it at like plus 3,500 or plus 3,300, somewhere around there. I'd have to look at my account, but
it's at plus 3,000 now.
Yeah, I think it's tremendous value. Also, I think they're bringing everybody back, so they're not losing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're only adding to their roster.
Yeah.
Plus, their roster was hella young.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like the Tigers next year. Love the Tigers.
All right, let's go National League pennant. We have the Dodgers at plus 175. Then you have the Braves at plus 300. Then you have
the Padres
Phillies
not being second is crazy.
Yeah. The Phillies at plus 500. The Mets plus 550. The Padres plus 750. Then you have, let's see, any thousands here? No.
I think the Padres have the best value there.
Then you have the Cubs at 1,500 and the Diamondbacks at 1,500. And then you have the Brewers at plus 2,000, the Reds at plus 2,500, Cardinals plus 3,000, Giants 4,000, Pirates 5,000.
This is a win the NL, right?
I
mean, you don't have to go on.
The Marlins plus 10,000, the Rockies plus 20,000.
I don't think any of them have a chance.
The Nationals plus 75,000.
The Nationals are last?
Nationals are last. I mean, fuck, I'm putting beer money on that right now.
I would throw some pizza money on that. Nationals have hella good young talent. What the fuck?
$10 wins 7.5K.
I mean,
beer money in right now.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh, 7,500, Ben?
Yeah.
To win the National League?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, give me the Nationals, bro. What are we doing? James Wood, CJ Abrams, Dylan Cruz, DJ Wers, fucking Mason.
For $10 to win 7.5K, yeah, done.
Mackenzie Gore.
Who cares if I lose $10?
Why are they last?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
The fucking hold on, let me go back to that.
God, what are we doing here? Why are they last?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. Any sense at all.
The Rockies are plus 20,000. That's the next closest team. The Marlins are plus 10,000.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, dude. I'm gonna throw some beer money on the Nats just because.
Yeah,
I have to.
$10 is $10. Who cares though? To win me 7.5K, okay.
Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. All right.
I also like the Mets at plus 550. I don't think you're ever going to get anything better than the Mets at plus 550 if they sign Soto.
Yeah, no, you probably won't. Probably definitely won't. All right. Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be back on Sunday night. Steven said, anytime someone gives you 100 to 1, you take it. Yes. 75 to 1 is close to 100 to 1, but yeah. I mean, the
No,
Nationals.
this is 750 to 1.
Oh, 750 to 1. Oh my god, dude. The Nationals should not be the worst team in the National League, dude. Is that to win the National League, Ben?
That's to win the National League, yes.
Dude. They should not be that.
You put $100 on it, you're walking away with 75K.
That's fucking nuts, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing here? All right. I'm going into my futures right now.
Yep.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be back Sunday night to recap NFL Week 12, right? So Week 12.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be recapping Week 12, and then we'll be looking ahead to Feast Week. So everybody tap in for that. Thank you for hanging out with us. Sharps app, SHARPZ, straight to your mobile device. Use promo code Jord517. It's free to download, free to use. Track your bets, become a better. Follow us on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Taproom_sports. Follow myself at Jordan Rules TSP. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We'll be back. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're out. Peace.
Later.